What if I told you that the so-called love and hip-hop power couple just collapsed in the most violent way possible? Forget the fake storylines, forget the Instagram family goals, because this time reality smashed right through the cameras and the blood wasn't scripted. Mendeecees, yes, the man who once played the calm businessman, has been accused of attacking Yandy in a fight so brutal fans are still asking if they actually saw what they saw. Did he snap? Did years of hidden tension finally explode, or is there something far darker being covered up? Picture the scene, a glamorous set, flashing lights, an argument spiraling out of control, and suddenly screams. Fans online swear they saw Yandy clutching her arm, limping, while producers scrambled to cut the feed. Injuries exposed, chaos everywhere, and the whispers that followed even uglier. Anonymous insiders claim this wasn't the first time Mendeecees lost control. So why did it finally boil over? Now, Twitter's on fire, Reddit's digging up old receipts, and TikTok, it's flooded with slowed-down clips of the moment everyone gasped. The question is simple. Was this just another messy love and hip-hop stunt, or the biggest betrayal Yandy has ever faced? When it comes to reality TV scandals, there's always a fine line between entertainment and destruction, and let's be honest, the Love and Hip Hop franchise has crossed that line so many times. We've lost count, but this isn't just another dramatic screaming match in a reunion episode. This is Mendeecees and Yandy, two people who built an empire on loyalty, trust, and endless relationship therapy sessions falling apart in front of millions. Mendeecees Harris, the man once branded as the reformed hustler. The businessman who tried to leave his criminal past behind. The family man who stood proudly beside Yandy Smith as they turned their brand into a household name. But behind that shiny exterior, cracks were always visible to those who paid attention. Remember his prison stint? The drug trafficking allegations, the courtroom drama that had Yandy in tears as she vowed to hold him down no matter what. That wasn't just a chapter. It was the prequel to the chaos we're witnessing now. And then Yandy. Let's not pretend she's some innocent bystander. Fans have long whispered about her behind-the-scenes maneuvers, her manipulation of storylines, and her hunger to keep her name trending. She wasn't just the loving partner. She was the producer's dream, always ready to stir the pot, always ready to cry on cue, always ready to create the perfect viral clip. But what happens when the performance blurs with reality? When the couple that everyone either adored or despised suddenly becomes the headline for something no one expected, the fight itself has already been mythologized online. According to multiple fake leaked reports swirling around gossip blogs, it started with an argument about money. Yes, money, the oldest poison in showbiz. Anonymous crew insiders have claimed that Mendeecees confronted Yandy over secret bank withdrawals linked to a side business she allegedly launched without his knowledge. Sources say the confrontation got heated, with Yandy throwing sharp words about his past failures and Mendeecees firing back about her thirst for fame, and then bam, the moment that sent shockwaves across social media. Fans at the live taping described it as the scariest thing they'd ever seen on set. One imaginary witness tweeted, "The lights were on, the cameras were rolling, and suddenly it was like a switch flipped. Mendeecees lunged forward, and all I saw was chaos." Yandy screamed, security rushed in. They cut the feed, but we saw enough. But here's where it gets even darker. The so-called injuries. Grainy fan-recorded clips show Yandy holding her side, wincing in pain while producers tried to hustle her backstage. Some blogs are claiming she needed stitches. Others say she collapsed in the dressing room. One outrageous rumor even suggests that medical staff had to be called to stabilize her. Were these injuries exaggerated for clicks? Maybe. But perception is reality in this industry. And the perception is that Mendeecees crossed a line he can uncross. Still, this isn't the first time whispers of violence have circled their relationship. Digging back through old interviews, fans are pulling up receipts where Yandy admitted that they fight hard and love harder. Cute words at the time, now they sound like a warning we ignored. There's even a resurfaced 2017 podcast clip where an anonymous caller alleged, "Mendeecees ain't who you think hates." Yandy keeps the cameras on to protect herself. Trust me. Of course, it was dismissed back then as trolling, but in light of this fight, suddenly it feels prophetic. Social media has turned into a courtroom. Twitter hashtags like #JusticeForYandy and #Cancelmans are trending. TikTok edits are dissecting every blurry frame of the leaked clip with users slowing it down like it's the Zapruder film of reality TV. On Reddit, threads are filled with conspiracy theories. Was this staged by Mona Scott Young to boost ratings? Or was it an unscripted implosion that producers are now scrambling to spin? The comments section is a battlefield. Some defending Mendeecees as a man pushed to the edge, others dragging him as proof that once a hustler, always a hustler. And let's not forget the history that makes this scandal even juicier. Mendeecees passed as a convicted felon, Yandy's constant play as the saintly ride or die, the fact that their relationship survived prison, infidelity rumors, and countless public blow-ups. Fans once used them as proof that true love can survive anything. Well, now that fantasy has shattered into a million pieces. Because if this couple couldn't keep it together, what hope is there for anyone else in this industry? To make things worse, anonymous insiders are leaking even more dirt. One fake source allegedly told the Shade Room, this wasn't just about money. This was years of resentment boiling over. Yandy never forgave him for putting her through the prison years, and Mendeecees never trusted her moves with the producers. They've been smiling for the cameras, but behind the scenes, war. Another friend of the family reportedly said, "This ain't the first time things got physical. It's just the first time people caught it." Fans are shocked, outraged, heartbroken, but they're also addicted. Every new rumor, every new blurry photo, every exclusive insider report keeps the scandal alive. That's the twisted beauty of celebrity chaos. The more tragic it gets, the more entertaining it becomes. And yet, amid the chaos, there's one question nobody seems to answer. Where does this leave their empire? The endorsements, the brand deals, the family image. Already, whispers of sponsors pulling out are circulating. Rumor has it a skincare company dropped Yandy after seeing the footage. Another gossip site claims Mendeecees lost a potential reality TV spin-off that was in the works. True or not, the perception is deadly. Their empire is crumbling. But here's the kicker and the cliffhanger that has everyone biting their nails. The fight wasn't fully captured on the official cameras. Producers cut the feed, which means the truth of what really happened is locked away in footage the public hasn't seen. Footage that may never see the light of day unless it leaks. So, let's dive straight into the whispers that refuse to die. Because while everyone is replaying shaky fan clips and zoomed-in screenshots, insiders are swearing on everything that there's a secret tape, not just a random phone recording. No. An official crystal-clear multi-camera angle tape from the Love and Hip Hop crew. A tape that producers allegedly swore would never see the light of day. Why? Because if the public got their hands on it, the entire brand could go up in flames. Think about it. Love and Hip Hop has always thrived on scandal. Cheating, fights, dramatic exits, it's their bread and butter. But an all-out brutal attack caught on camera, that's not good TV, that's evidence. And evidence in today's cancel culture world equals lawsuits, sponsors fleeing, and cast members losing careers overnight. According to a leaked email screenshot making the rounds on shady gossip forums, network executives allegedly ordered an immediate lockdown of all raw footage from the night of the fight. One anonymous crew member supposedly confessed, "They told us not to delete it, but not to ever breathe a word about it." Legal said, "If this leaks, the franchise is finished." They're terrified, and fans believe it. Why? Because the official broadcast cut off so abruptly, it looked staged. The lights flickered, the audio went silent, and suddenly they were rolling commercials like nothing happened. Too convenient, too suspicious. If it was nothing, why hide it? If it was staged, why not air it? That silence has become the loudest confirmation of all. Meanwhile, fake investigative sources are dropping bombshells. One blog claims the hidden tape shows Mendeecees grabbing Yandy by the shoulders, shoving her back, and causing her to fall hard against a table. Another source swears the footage reveals security tackling him seconds later, dragging him off seat as Yandy screamed. Is any of this confirmed? Absolutely not. But that's the beauty of celebrity scandal. Confirmation isn't required. The narrative is already written. And boy, are fans eating it up. On TikTok, users are creating reenactment skits of the fight. On Twitter, trending threads are comparing the scandal to Chris Brown and Rihanna's infamous fallout. On Instagram, fan pages are posting collages of Yandy in happier times with captions like, "She deserved better." The public court has already convicted Mendeecees' hidden tape or not. But let's pause for a second because the most shocking part isn't the tape. It's the history that tape connects to. Remember Mendeecees' prison sentence for drug trafficking? Remember the shady allegations that he still had ties to old business associates? Some fans are now speculating this isn't just about a fight. They're convinced it's about control, money laundering, hidden deals, a scandal far bigger than one violent night. One wild rumor claims Yandy uncovered financial discrepancies in their joint ventures, allegedly finding out that Mendeecees was funneling money into mystery accounts. When she confronted him, he snapped. Is it true? Who knows? But anonymous insiders love to feed the flames. And one conveniently told a gossip blog, Yandy found something she wasn't supposed to. That's why it got ugly. That's why producers panicked. This is bigger than TV. It's business. And business scandals, they're always juicy. Fake leaked receipts are already circulating. Screenshots of supposed wire transfers, invoices for consulting fees that don't add up. Even a blurry photo of what looks like Mendeecees in a meeting with an alleged shady investor. Fans don't care if it's photoshopped. To them, it fits the story. And in scandal culture, if it fits the story, it becomes the truth. The fallout has already started. Brands linked to Yandy and Mendeecees are quietly distancing themselves. Rumors say one hair care company can let a deal after seeing the headlines. A clothing sponsor allegedly froze payments pending investigation. And get this, one fake industry insider claims VH1 itself is in chaos, holding emergency meetings to decide whether to air the couple in upcoming episodes at all. Meanwhile, the public reactions are growing nastier. One side is demanding Mendeecees be permanently cut from the show. They want a public apology, legal accountability, and even jail time. Another side, though smaller, is defending him, calling this a setup, and claiming producers edited the narrative to villainize him. Conspiracy theories range from Mona Scott planned it all to Yandy staged her injuries for sympathy. It's messy, very messy. But messy is what keeps people glued to their screens. And make no mistake, people are glued. The hashtags are multiplying. Hashtag Yandy deserves better. Hashtag Mendeecees cancelled. Hashtag Love and Hip Hop exposed. One trending meme even shows Yandy's face photoshopped onto a boxing poster with the caption, "She survived the real fight night." Dark humor, yes, but that's the internet turning real pain into punchlines at lightning speed. And here's where it gets dangerous for Mendeecees. Because once the internet brands you as an abuser, a monster, or a fraud, there's no coming back. Chris Brown is still fighting that stigma over a decade later. Tory Lanez finished. Jonathan Major's career in tatters. Now, Mendeecees finds himself on that same list, his reputation dangling by a thread, and it's only getting thinner. Meanwhile, Yandy is being painted as the survivor, the martyr, the woman who stood by her man through prison only to be betrayed in the most brutal way possible. Whether staged or not, her image is skyrocketing. Fan edits call her the queen who never deserved the crown of pain. Influencers are rallying around her. Even other Love and Hip Hop cast members are allegedly demanding her support, with some screenshots leaking a phone castmate writing, "We got you, sis. Don't let them silence you." The irony? This scandal, while devastating, might just make Yandy bigger than ever. Sympathy is currency. Victimhood sells. And in the cruel machine of reality TV, the one who cries hardest often comes out on top. But we're not done. Because as the rumors spread, as fans demand answers, and as the internet obsesses over every blurred clip, legal forces are circling. According to fake leaked legal documents, there's already talk of an investigation. Producers allegedly fear lawsuits from both sides. Yandy for damages, Mendeecees for defamation if the tape leaks. Lawyers are reportedly advising everyone involved to lawyer up. And that's where the tension peaks, because if there really is a hidden tape and if lawyers get involved, that tape could become evidence that doesn't just ruin Men's but potentially exposes the producers, the network, and the entire franchise for negligence. Imagine the domino effect: lawsuits, financial collapse, the end of Love and Hip Hop as we know it. Which brings us to the cliffhanger. Because while fans scream for the tape to be released, whispers from inside the network hint that someone already has a copy, a rogue editor, a disgruntled crew member, someone who wants revenge. And if that tape leaks, not just rumors, not just blurry fan footage, but the raw, unedited truth, it could destroy careers overnight. And that's where part 3 begins. Because in the world of celebrity scandal, it's not the fight that kills you, it's the fallout when the truth finally leaks. And here's where the story takes a turn from shocking to catastrophic, because once whispers of a leaked tape hit the internet, it's no longer just about fan theories and gossip blogs. It's about survival. Survival of reputations, survival of careers, survival of an entire franchise built on messy entertainment. And make no mistake, once something like this exists, it never stays buried. The rumors escalated quickly. One fake insider screenshot claimed that a disgruntled editor walked off the set with a hard drive in hand. Another source swore that a junior staff member threatened to upload the raw fight footage unless they were paid hush money. Was any of it true? Nobody could say for sure, but the uncertainty itself was deadly. The public now believed that somewhere out there, the uncut chaos of Mendeecees versus Yandy was waiting to explode online, and then came the supposed first leak. A grainy 30-second clip surfaced on Twitter under the caption, "They tried to hide it." Here's the truth. The clip allegedly showed Mendeecees lunging forward as security scrambled in the background. The video spread like wildfire, racking up millions of views and hours. Was it authentic? Maybe. Was it edited? Probably. But by the time the network issued a denial, it didn't matter. The court of public opinion had already ruled. Sponsors fled faster than you could refresh a page. Rumored sneaker collaboration with Mendeecees gone. Yandy's alleged skincare brand partnership suspended. Even the couple's shared Instagram endorsements began vanishing. In the influencer economy, scandal kills quicker than a virus, but the damage didn't stop there. Legal rumblings turned into full-blown storm clouds. Fake leaked documents claimed Yandy's lawyers were preparing a civil suit for damages, citing reckless endangerment and loss of income. Meanwhile, Mendeecees' imaginary legal team allegedly threatened defamation suits if the tape leaked publicly. Producers caught in the crossfire were said to be panicking, holding emergency meetings with VH1 execs about whether love and hip-hop could even continue under the shadow. Fans, of course, only fueled the fire. Twitter hashtags turned into petitions. Hashtag released the tape trended worldwide with thousands demanding the network show the truth. Some fans argued it was about accountability. Others just wanted to see the chaos. One viral tweet read, "We saw Janet's Super Bowl in real time. We saw Will Smith slap Chris Rock. Don't tell us you're hiding this." Meanwhile, Yandy's public image went into overdrive. Sympathy edits flooded TikTok, painting her as the victimized queen who never deserved this pain. Inspirational quotes over her smiling photos, soft piano music underscoring montages of her journey as a strong black woman. She became the face of resilience even if the full story remained a mystery. And Mendeecees, his empire crumbled in real time. Memes mocked him as Mendeecees Mayweather, comparing him to disgraced figures from past scandals. Old tweets resurfaced, twisted to fit the narrative. Clips of him defending himself in earlier seasons were spliced into montages of villains. Cancel culture doesn't wait for evidence. It builds its own case. And his name was stamped guilty before any lawyer stepped foot in court. But the deepest cut came from within the industry. Fellow love and hip-hop castmates began taking sides. Some posted cryptic messages like, "Energy don't lie. Y'all seeing the truth now?" Others hinted that they'd seen this behavior before, but stayed quiet to protect contracts. Even Mona Scott Young, the puppet master of the franchise, faced backlash, accused of covering up violence to protect ratings. The scandal had evolved beyond the fight. It was now a referendum on reality TV itself. Critics asked, how far will producers go for content? Do they care about the safety of their stars or only about the next viral moment? Think pieces flooded blogs, painting love and hip-hop as a toxic machine feeding off trauma. Suddenly, it wasn't just Mendeecees on trio. It was the entire empire. And then came the final twist. The alleged full tape leaked. A Dropbox link circulated in underground forums claiming to show the entire uncut altercation. Of course, links broke, files vanished, and most fans never saw anything concrete. But the idea of the leak was enough. News outlets began reporting on it. TMZ-style blogs pushed headlines like explosive new tape could end love and hip-hop forever. Whether real or not, the fallout was unstoppable. Financially, the consequences were devastating. Fake reports claimed advertisers pulled millions in contracts. Cast members allegedly demanded hazard pay. Some even threatened to walk out unless safety protocols were guaranteed. The domino effect was brutal. One blog claimed VH1 considered shelving the entire season. Another swore spin-offs were quietly being cancelled. For Yandy, though, the storm strangely brought new opportunities.